Have you ever wanted to know how you can deal with people who are making self-contradictory statements and spin them around so that you come across as a philosophical genius? Well, that's what we're going to do in this video.
Yes.
All right.
It's something I love doing. And the interesting thing is self-contradictory statements are called self-stultifying. They cancel themselves out. And I'll give you the most basic one before we go into the concept here. A friend told me once that there is no absolute truth. There's only subjective truth. And I said, is that an absolutely true statement? Now, if you say no, we can discount it as meaningless.
Right.
If you say yes, it self-stultifies. It falls apart.
So people will do this all the time. You may not have been aware of it until just now, but my guess is, and having learned this from you, Mike, when you learn this, you're going to start seeing these self-stultifying statements everywhere. People, well, not everywhere, but you're going to start hearing them, noticing them, and challenging them. So
Yes.
you'll become more consciously competent in how to spin them back, collapse them. A lot of the times people are using this in a disempowering way. So when you do this, you're actually helping the other person while coming across as a philosophical genius.
Which is the entire point.
Right.
Well, you'll remember, Chris, one of the class, I've armed myself with these for years, and I just look for the opportunities to use them. And, well, not actively, but I notice when the opportunity's there. A number of years ago,
I know what you're going to bring up.
Chris and I were teaching in London, England.
We were there.
UK Hypnosis Convention.
Right. I'll open this and then
go
you
ahead.
go. So the setup is that we were in the hallway. We're just discussing
At the
things
Hilton,
between a class. Yeah, it was at the Canary Wharf Hilton. And it was 2017. And this young, very good guy,
Nice
we
guy.
will keep his name out of it, but nice guy. And he started saying to us, and Mike, of course, smirks right away, that there should be no rules in hypnosis.
No, he said there's too many rules in hypnosis. That's the problem. I say we throw out all the rules and start again.
Yeah. And you said?
Is that rule number one?
Right. So he's
Everybody
introducing
else
the
laughed.
idea.
He went red.
Right. I mean, this is so obvious in retrospect. You're suggesting a rule that we should not have any rules. Well, isn't that a rule?
We've now started rules. And it was great because it was withering and devastating, as it should be, when we talk absolute chike, which is what that was.
Now,
Notice what that is. It's T-C-H-A-I-K. It's short for Tchaikovsky. It has no bearing on anything.
chike. I like
funny.
that.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's really quite clever. Okay, so when can you use this in an effective way? And obviously, you could just use this in a bit of a dickish way just to come across as a genius. And
Right, which is
look how
fine.
smart I am. That's always fun.
It unearths stupidity and it unearths contradiction people have not really thought of. I'll give you an example. A relative once said in a rage to me, because I said, oh, this is better than... No one can say anything is better than anything else.
No one can say that anything is better than anything else.
So I had two solutions. But the first one I applied was I said, would it be better if I didn't say that anymore? And she didn't even notice and said, yes.
Yeah, which means that what she offered is better than what you've been doing in the past, which is still self-stultifying.
Now, another way I could have done it.
So you're setting the person up.
Right. Would it be better if I didn't do that? Yes, it would. So you just said nothing's better than that. I didn't even repeat it for her. She never, it slipped right by her.
Yeah.
What would have been stronger and would have been more dickish would have been if she said, no one can say anything is any better than anything else. I'll say, I'll remember that next time you come over for prime rib dinner and I'll serve you cat food. So nothing's better than anything else. You're like,
Because, yes, universal language is one of the obvious signs here, right? People are always using universals. Oh, there's one.
yeah.
People,
Every single person said,
nobody should ever.
You never, ever do that. Never, not even now.
Yeah.
You never listen to me. No, even though I'm listening to you right now.
Right.
These things will self-stultify. But there's really clever ones too. My friend Jay was a police trainer, at the same time I was, and he was talking about, specific stuff in interrogation, and he said these exact words. I remember where we were when he said it. He said, no one can make a definite statement about anything.
And you go, including the one that you just made?
And he went, you could see the shock. Self-stultification.
And again,
this is great. This is
use of universals, right? When people throw a universal, that's usually an opportunity that it can go towards a self-stultifying comment. No one can make a definitive statement
about anything.
Nobody.
Does that include the one you just made? And another one that makes me laugh is I really enjoyed this one. I've used this a couple of times. We live in a multiverse. Really? How do you know that's true? Well, every time we make a decision, we switch to a different universe. There's every single thing that has ever happened or could happen is somewhere in the universe, and we switch to a different universe. And the example I've heard is someone said, there's a multiverse where Hitler actually won the war.
Oh, really?
And like this sort of thing. Every choice leads to a different universe.
Yeah.
And I said, so every single example is out there already. I'm getting them to nail them down on the point. Yes, every universe already exists somewhere.
Universals.
And I said, so then there must be a universe that's the only universe, and that's the one we're in now? Oh, no, you can't say, well, you just told me it's every possibility.
Every possibility, and one possibility is that this is the only one.
Yeah. Isn't that freaking great?
Oh, that's really clever,
That's a pretty
Mike.
sneaky one, yeah.
So you can have, hopefully these give you some ideas on how you can challenge ridiculous statements.
Yeah, send us any you
often.
can think of, because listen for these in conversation. You're actually helping people psychologically and philosophically by getting them to examine these crazy things, because they do fall apart. They self-stultify.
I think that's it. There is a sense that it's lazy to just use universals, not all the time, but oftentimes people use universal language in a self-stultifying way, and it's just lazy because they haven't challenged their thinking. So when you throw one of these responses, it causes them to go inside.
Forces them to go inside, yeah.
They get a little PGO spike, and then they either have to capitulate and be like, yeah, that was a stupid thing I just said, or they dig their heels in and they, quite honestly, they just look stupid.
Pretty much.
Right. So either way, you win. No, I mean, it's not about winning. It can be, but it's often about helping someone get to a better place of understanding
that
things.
you won.
Right. That's right, because that's what matters. All right. I think that's it. So
let's wrap it up.
Use this. Yes. Let us know in the comments. What we want to hear from you is what examples of self-stultifying comments are you noticing from other people? How are you responding? Or what comments maybe are you catching yourself having made in the past that you now realize you shouldn't make anymore? Let us know in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again, and good night.